you say the same thing about Street Fighter 5, you're gonna get some enemies.
No, you have to do what you're supposed to do. There's optimal,
Yeah.
and there's you wasted opportunity, and you're losing the match by a jab because you didn't do the optimal combo 2 combos ago. Sorry,
That is 100% true.
I've seen it. I don't play it, but I've seen it.
uh, yeah, dude. Like, I don't know. I don't know about you guys in SF5. I didn't really ask, but
I stay
it's a
away
fun
from
game.
it.
For a couple months when
Uh,
it came out. Yeah, have fun with it.
I can
Just
tell you, I avoided the shit
play
out
more
of it.
Marvel.
That game is not for me, man. I tried putting a couple hours into it, and it just didn't feel natural to me at all.
Yeah,
For me,
I
the
see what you
biggest
mean.
takeaway was no proximity normals. That was a big no-no for me, especially 'cause I like to play a very footsie-based style, and I just felt like that made me play so one-dimensional. I didn't like that. I
Oh,
felt like you were taking tools away from me. Um, that and obviously the more basic stuff. When the game came out, it was literally like what 40% done.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
That's a
Sony's fault,
fail,
according to
dude.
what I've gathered. They were rushing the
Yeah,
game. Both 4 and 5 could have benefited from one more year of 4.
I agree.
Yeah.
You know,
I
that'd
agree with
always
Yeah,
be
that.
the
5
biggest
would be
misstep.
so much better for one more year of 4. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah, and
Dude,
that's
yeah,
what I was expecting
it
them to
took
do. But
so much. It took so much for me from me for that game to come out like that.
yeah, it's very
yeah,
disappointing, especially with 4 leaving us on such a high note. You know, like to follow up. You have all the feedback in the world. All you gotta do is put the game out. It's like we're not even gonna have our basics in the game. I was like, man, you guys are really going crazy
that
here.
was a bad move, man.
Oh, we
That
got a
was a
great question
bad move.
from Pitt here. So, guys, what are your hopes for Street Fighter 6? I'm assuming
Uh,
Abel, but
no, actually, so
Not
I'll give you
really.
guys a quick funny story, and I think I told you, Free J, a while
mhm.
ago. The only reason I played Abel was because it was the closest I can get to Sean, because Sean wasn't in
You
Street
did
Fighter
tell
4.
me that.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Sean is actually my favorite like Street Fighter character like of all time, because
Wow.
he's a Shoto that's not a Shoto, but has a grab move, right?
Mhm.
And so when I'm
Mm.
looking like for what's the closest to that in Street Fighter 4, it's actually Abel. They both have wheel kicks. They both have a grab. Um,
I see
Abel
that.
doesn't have a DP, but let's say he's got a DP motion that functions quite a bit differently. But either way, um, that was my reason for playing Abel. So for Street Fighter 6, I need to have Sean back in the game.
It's
It's
been a
been like
while.
20 years, dude. Like, knock it off. Put him back in the game already.
Put him in, Laura. Fuck it. Put them both in.
I don't mind if Laura's in it. I'm fine with that. I'm a little upset that they put Laura before Sean as far as Street Fighter 5 goes. I thought that was weird, but whatever. Um, but yeah, Sean is a must. He must be there. Must be there
You heard him,
with his
Capcom.
original DP. By the way, and I
Oh,
don't want
with
the
the
third
just
strike
throwing his
DP.
arms up, just like
Yeah,
the
I
uppercut.
don't want the third strike DP. I want the Street Fighter 3, the regular DP for him, the 2-piece.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm done. Basketball taunt
Oh,
down
nice.
a hard punch hard kick.
Yeah, I'm down. I need it. I
So,
need it.
Keoma, what are you looking
Oh.
for?
Oh, so for SF6, all I want is a game that we can enjoy for what it is at first. I don't even care about the characters we're gonna have because we always find something that we think that's fun to play. But what I really want from the next Street Fighter is that I can just have a game that I can enjoy and play for the sake of doing it,
Mm.
just
Okay.
for the love of it. Because the way SF5 was, it just forced us to play the game. SF5,
Yeah.
SF4 didn't die; it was killed by
Mm.
SF5 because
Cannibalized.
they, they, they had
You're
to
right.
they had to launch it because of the legal stuff and shit, contract.
Mhm.
Yep.
But dude, so much was taken from me because the way the game appeared, it just took my passion from it. And I forced myself to play the game for so long until it got into a good shape. And when it did, I didn't really care anymore. So I
Mm.
basically started speedrunning Doom when
It's
COVID came out.
a
So
great
yeah,
segue.
I will add
yeah,
one more thing
but
to that though.
yeah,
Um,
sure, go on.
the probably the most important part for me, and as far as any fighting game, not just Street Fighter, but this is what I want from Street Fighter 6 is the ability to express yourself. Right? Street Fighter 4 allowed for a lot of personal expression. Like if you looked at two Ryu players with like no name captions above them, if you were familiar with the game or the people, you knew who was playing what character based on how they were playing. That is like super important for me. I need to be able to express how I approach the game rather than playing the best way that is, I guess, optimal for the game. Um,
So more past
that
the
is,
victory, you know what I mean? You need more past the victory and the ability to be versatile. You know what I mean? You don't want to be
yeah,
pigeonholed into this is the optimal combo, this is how you play. If you're not doing the optimal combo, you're gonna lose. Like that's
that's
how it
exactly right.
works.
Yeah,
You see it
I'm
in
not a
videos. People
big
make
fan of
short
that.
clips of Daigo or somebody else, and it's like, yeah, Daigo lost this set in tournament because he did the wrong V trigger combo before on the free punish. He
Yeah.
lost 17
Um,
points of damage. Like what?
I don't like that. I love personal expression. So I don't know if you guys have dabbled yet, but and I don't spend a whole lot of time with it. But Strive, I think is a really cool game, and it does have a lot of room for creativity
Mhm.
mhm.
and personal expression. That and it's got some really fucking cool characters. Um, but that is most important for me, especially in regards to a Street Fighter game, is personal expression.
Hmm.
Makes sense. Makes sense. I would totally agree on Strive, but unfortunately we didn't have too much luck with that game in South America because the
Mhm.
servers and stuff, and it
Oh man,
basically lost all its player base for it. Like the servers are already empty.
wow,
Damn.
But yeah, this game like Strive and KOF, like they ignite the fire on you. Something like, oh,
yeah,
I'm playing SF5 because yeah, I kind of had to, and then I accepted the game's terms, started to play the game a little bit
You
seriously.
signed the
You know,
contract, the
but come
blood
on.
contract.
No, but you know, when you come from SF4 and you look at SF5, if you go right now to Street Fighter 5 and you try to abandon your conceptions about the game, your ideas of how the game is, there is room for expression. It's not that much. If you're talking about creativity, yeah, for sure, that's not much room. Like I've seen bronze players doing optimal stuff, long combos, and stuff in match reveals on stream, and I was like, dude, I'm not trying. No offense here, but dude, yeah, nice combo. All that's left for you is for you to play Street Fighter, you know.
exactly.
But the thing is, I would love to have more room for different interpretations. I think they simplified the game in a way that everybody knows what's optimal in terms of combo routes,
Right.
or everybody's so good that they can figure that on the fly, and day one you don't have anything to learn anymore, and it becomes decision making because the game is made in a way to make it simple to just revolve around, just to go around those decisions. The game is all decision making because the technical stuff, it's gone. It's
Yeah.
gone. It's no longer a knowledge barrier. And SF4 kind of suffers from that. If you don't know as much as I do, you're gonna lose. Doesn't matter how much
Yeah.
smarter you are than I. Like, those things. You start to look at it from another side, and I feel like if we could enjoy SF5 for what it was at launch, maybe those things were not gonna be said as much as currently as they currently are.
Hmm.
It's a good game, but dude, it's never gonna recover from its first year. Never.
No, that put a bad taste in everybody's mouth from the jump. And, for me, I've never been able to look past it. I don't even care to look past it anymore. I
That's when I
just
quit
don't.
too.
Yeah.
It was season one. It was just the online wasn't good. I wasn't finding a character that was for me. It was just easy to walk away from and do other things. But I appreciate it for what it is now. It's in a good spot. I love it at the highest level. Like if you have an invitational or eight of the baddest motherfuckers in top eight, like I'm gonna watch that, especially if it's offline.
I do watch a couple tournaments from time to time, but I'm not like super big on it. Um, it's definitely come a long way though. Where it is now, it actually looks more, let's say, palatable at this point. But at the same time, for me, it's like it's too late. So what? What's Street Fighter 6?
Yeah, I'm interested in what they're gonna do with the graphics. Like I see the hyperrealism, but
I
I
hope
do
that's
want to
Yeah.
see like a
indicative of
little
the actual
combo
game, though.
sample. Show me Ryu doing something with some
Yeah,
meter.
yeah. I need to
So
see
Yeah, I
what the
gotta wait until
gameplay
Evo.
will be like.
yeah, fair point. I should have known better.
Unfortunately, like it kind of sucks. Yeah, Street Fighter 6, it's in development. You're not gonna hear anything from it for the next 6 months. And I hope you enjoyed staying up at night until 2 a.m. to see this.
Yeah, I was not happy.
To see
Classic
this
Capcom.
bucket, this drop in a
I
bucket.
I was too
Oh wait,
tired
how
to
about
be
they did
happy.
the 30th anniversary reveal first, like the collection?
Oh my
I was
god.
like, no way, that's what the trailer was gonna be. So funny. And it's the Street Fighter
Some
6
people
tease
believed
afterward.
it.
Yeah, I was like, no way. I can't believe they would do that.
Well,
That's
the
typical
scary thing is
Capcom.
they would do that.
Yeah,
That's the
I
best.
didn't question it at
It's the
all.
best part of the mix.
I just want them to take their time, man. If they take their time,
Yeah.
I'm actually
Yeah,
cool with that.
Yeah,
I agree
please
with
take your
that.
time. Take another, I don't know, 2 years. I don't give a damn. Just
Whatever the time you
please,
need is, just take it.
just please launch this game when it's ready.
Mm.
Launch the game when it's ready. Season 1 was the open beta, season 2 was the early access. Please launch the game when it's ready.
Yeah, but that's what I tell people all
Don't
the time. The gaming industry is plagued by the business side of it. Before it was a passion industry, but now it's like, yo, we got deadlines. That's why all these Call of
Yeah.
Duty suck. It's like, yo, the deadline's November. We don't care what's wrong with it.
Well, that happens because you get a lot of investors who are involved,
Yep.
right? And the
Yep.
investors feel like they have the most say so as to how you conduct your business slash art. Because to me, video games exist in an art space, right? You can't rush that. Like it's done when it's done. If you want to throw in some dollars to, get the project completed, cool. But do that and shut the fuck up. It's out when it's out. Don't tell me how to go about my art. Don't tell me when to release the art. It's the artist that's going to determine when the art is done. Period. Right, and
Exactly.
that part is
Yeah, I'm
never
with you.
really understood. Um, so prime example of that is if you guys were paying attention to the launch of Cyberpunk 2077.
Ooh,
Oh God,
That was
historically
a
bad.
I
dumpster fire.
pre-ordered that.
Oh
Yes, so
no.
I ordered
It
that game.
wasn't even
I
for me.
Yeah, I pre-ordered it because I'm a huge fan of the Witcher series, and I really trust that team to whatever they put out. Like I'm down. Like those guys can have my dollars, right? The problem is there was too much of the third party that was involved, or too much of the investors that had the most influence as to how and when this was going to come out. The team developing the game knew it wasn't anywhere near done, but the investors wouldn't shut up, so they're like, "All right, we got to do something." And then they pull it out, and then it's like clearly like such like not ready for prime time, like not even close. And that's probably like the worst launch in like modern history as far as video games go in quite some time.
Yeah.
But that's what happens when you have too much of the third party involved. And if you want to throw your dollars in, throw it in. Shut up. it's done when it's done.
Yep. Same thing with
So
the consoles too. Everything's rushed.
yeah, yeah, and that part is never really understood.
Yeah.
Investors tend to be a little bit impatient or don't really have enough of a solid understanding as to the space that they're investing in. It would be a little bit different if they understood to look at it as art and not
Hmm.
just another business venture.
Yeah.
And that's what it is for them.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, and that's the
can't be
problem.
avoided. Like you can't fund SF6 if there's not a big company like funding
Right.
it, of course.
Hmm.
So this is the thing right now. SF5 wouldn't come out if it wasn't for Sony's money, basically.
This is true.
It's a tough dynamic between business and the art of the game, but overall, all sides benefit if time is taken and the
If you
game is
take your
made,
time.
yeah,
Yeah.
right the first time. Like I don't mind a soft patch, but it shouldn't be overhauls. Like I think the biggest patch that almost brought me to Street Fighter 5 was lowering the input lag. I
Oh,
hope we don't see anything like that ever again.
did you
And
know why that happened?
it was intentional, right? The input lag.
Nope, not
No.
at all. The thing about input lag in SF5,
Wow, I want
somebody
to confirm.
detailed this somewhere. But from 8 frames to 6.5, the main reason between this, the game was as native 6.5, but someone got the driver. Oh, wow, that was dirty. Somebody got the driver implementation for the PS4 controller wrong. Imagine you getting the
Mm.
PS4 controller drivers wrong on a PS4. That
Oh
happened.
wow.
That happened. So the game was 6.5 in legacy mode, but native PS4 controller was 8.
Hmm.
So Evo was basically 8 frames of lag because of that. And the patch they did to fix that was just a fix for the PS4 controller driver, nothing else.
Oh wow.
Oh, there was also an anti-cheat that basically opened up a rootkit for your PC.
That I remember hearing about that. I
Yeah,
did hear
that
about
that
that.
that thing. So those things like PR disaster, like that
Yeah.
has to be avoided. I don't really know that side of things. Oh, by the way, roundhouse roll into jab Skyfall to keep the same side.
Hmm.
That's really useful. Um, Yeah, that's the thing. That's basically what it is. If they need to learn from something that happened, like I hope they learn from SF5, but sometimes I don't think they will. You know why? Because it's selling like water.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's selling a lot.
You know
It's
what?
the
And I
second best seller Free Fire game in history. Can you imagine? Like that. The game launched like that. Nobody, people who bought it last couple of years probably don't even know about those things.
Yeah, and that's the example I use for like Nintendo. Like I feel like Nintendo could really make a big dent in the whole gaming industry if they started treating some of their fans like the adults and not all of them like kids with their menus and layouts and all that.
They
Um,
can't. I play Kirby.
they can't. So it's like, you know what? And it's like I can't tell them that they're doing bad business. Why? Because they're not. Because they're making money. The Switch sells out. The games sell. You know what I mean? And all that. So that's what matters to them. So they're winning. But I think they could be doing even better. And there's nothing wrong with that. Both sides of that, I guess.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna wrap it up. It was great
Yeah.
having you, Keoma. That was amazing. I didn't think we were gonna go for this long. It felt really natural talking to both you guys. Me and Smurf go way back, so it's no easy talking to him, easy talking to T3. Me and T3 talk every day, but it was great having the three of you guys.
It was
Um,
really great hearing your perspective.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Like, sorry, I don't really know when to shut up, but I
no,
hope you
no,
enjoyed
it's
it.
Absolutely
absolutely
not. I love to
fine,
hear everything
man.
you have to say. Yeah.
Yeah, everything's interesting. I can't wait to go back and look at this. We're definitely gonna be chopping this up, throwing it on YouTube, and we're gonna strip the audio and throw that up somewhere. But yeah, we're gonna
All
do
right.
all the characters, guys. All the characters. So tune in. We'll have a flyer and announcement once we find somebody else for Abel. We're definitely gonna look for Blockbuster John. I'm sure John will have no problem doing it. He's active as well. But we gotta find one more Abel to sit up across from him. I mean Adon, if we can. But
Oh,
thanks for tuning in. Thanks for coming by, Keoma and Killahsmurf.
Yeah, thanks for
I had
having
a
me.
great time, guys.
Dope, dope. All right, gentlemen. Have a great
all
night.
right. Take care.
You
All
too,
right,
guys.
see you.